Alright, so in this video we are going to look at two things. We are going to look at what the wave looks like when it arrives to us, and then once we are taking off on the wave, we're going to look at what it looks like down the line, so how to approach the wave. This is a clip of the North Sea, and it was a nice session. And there's going to be a few waves that make it very insightful, a few waves that are not that important to see. So we're just going to go through all of them. I just want to start at this part here where there's 3 waves arriving. I catch the last wave, so the third wave. And here's what happens. So when we look for a wave, we look for a clear peak. Now, as you can see here, I see this wave peak everywhere. So when I'm pedaling for this wave, I can see like, yeah, this thing is going to break everywhere. There's a peak where I'm sitting, a peak there, a peak there. And this wave is not very surfable. And then when I look back into the ocean, I see the same pattern again. So if this would be the only peak, and then from here, the wave would continue just being more of a shoulder, which means that it's less steep, it's not breaking yet, that would be nice. But I can see a peak there and a peak there, and that means that I have to pedal towards the pier there, towards the north, that way, to try and get to the right position. And again, I missed it because here, as you can see, if I would catch this wave, this would probably be a closeout because I'm too far into the closeout, into the peak. And now I keep pedaling north, hoping that now finally I get to a peak, which is here, and then I can see that the wave for the rest has this kind of more soft look. And that's good because I know it's going to hit the sandbank any moment. It's quite a steep takeoff, and from there I can actually still surf the wave. Instead of that, there would be a peak here fully breaking and also breaking my wave, breaking my session. Let's move on. This one is a bit blurry. So what I'm going to look at now is just to show you what the waves are supposed to look like when they arrive, okay? And I think this is a pretty good example. So when we look at waves, when we talk about what we want to see, this is usually kind of it. So this would be the peak. You can see that the wave looks different here. It's obviously bigger, but also you can kind of see that the top there starts to want to break, starts to want to throw a little bit. Where here you can see that the top is more soft and also it's less steep. And so I know that this wave is going to break right there, and that then there will be space to surf to the left onto this part. So I can turn around, look to the left, and now I know that I should be in the right position to surf this wave. This is a good example, right? We talked about what is important that you know is that a wave has an impact zone, like the pocket, and the shoulder. And we spoke about A, B, and C waves. The shoulder would be the A wave, a wave that is too weak to catch. The B wave would be the pocket. That's where you can catch it. And the C wave would be the impact zone. Yeah, so here you can see that quite clearly. This surfer is sitting nicely on the pocket, on the B wave, and that's why he catches the wave quite easily. Then immediately after it, we see another example of a wave, and this is what you want to see. So when you are in the lineup and you see this is where you get into action. Okay, we see a clear, nice peak. I know from this spot that this wave is going to hit the sandbanks, so I better rush to turn around. And I can see that this is getting pretty steep, so I'm going to turn around towards my right, and then I'm going to try and pedal a little bit to the right. All right, because I'm trying to pedal a little bit this way to get away from that steep peak. So this is like 2 strokes away from that breaking peak, and then I'm just on the shoulder there nicely to catch a wave. Okay, now when I cut this wave, as you can see, there wasn't much of a wave to see. All right, so this wave was not important. I actually stood up and then I immediately got out because there was no wave left. There was nothing to surf. I should have actually kept the whole clip in because I think that I went like this and then I did a little bit of a cut back because the wave just wasn't pushing forward, so I couldn't surf it forward. I had to immediately cut back. Now this is another example. Here, let's see, we don't see the beginning, I think. Well, we see the same thing. We see a clear peak and then the wave there. I know that this wave is going to hit the sandbank. And look, with this one is different. You're going to see it because when I catch this wave, Look how clearly you can see that there's a wave here. Now, what are the things that we're looking at? Even if you're pedaling or already standing up, but what you're looking at is how steep of a line is being created right there that we can see the wave, and how fast does it draw the water. You see the white water here? How quickly does it draw that white water up into the wave face? Because what a wave does is it hits the sandbanks, it starts standing up, and it sucks the water up in it. And the more water you see being sucked up in it, the better the wave, or the faster the wave is going to break. So that's two visual signs. This one, the line of the wave, and then the water that's being sucked up in it. And here I knew that because of how I pedaled here and the way that it looked right there, so a clear peak and then a clear wave here. Sorry for the blurry view. Because of these visual signs, I knew that it was going to be a nice wave, and then I was going to be able to do a turn on a bit of a steeper part of the wave there. So now it's just going to be a little bit repetition, more of the same. We see a peak, right? And then we see a bit more of a shoulder. So the A wave we see there. So here's the B wave. Now, luckily, I'm on that B wave, managed to catch it. And here we see the same thing. So we see a clear wave. We see the water being drawn up into this wave face, which is what a steep wave does anyway. And so you know that you just know that when you're surfing it, the wave is going to stand up for you and you can actually do a turn. That's these visual signs. Here, for example, it was a little bit less. Here I catch this wave. It's a little bit blurry on the GoPro, huh? But here I catch this wave, and as you can see, it doesn't have that steep line right there. And so I kind of just, all you can do is kind of like a cutback and not much more. More of the same, nice peak, pedal for it, look down the line. So what I want to basically, I think the most important, because this is going to be more of the same. Let me just go back to one example right here. So this is what we are looking for. When you are in the water and you see this, and by this time you just keep sitting on your board and think, I'm not sure if this is a good one, you are going to be too late, all right? It is so important for you to, when you see this, even maybe a bit earlier, you are in action. You are turning your board, you are pedaling, you are catching that wave. You are 100% going for it. C, B, and A wave. Try to remember which waves you usually catch. Use this data to catch more. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you in the next episode.